In this video, I'll share the story of a mom who was devastated when she found out that her son Samir was autistic. She set out on a mission to learn more about this neurological disorder so she can help Samir. But today, she educated herself so much that she has helped countless other children, as well as mothers and other family members, to cope. This is through a school that she has set up at Cornelia Ida, or CI, West Coast Demerara. She'll also tell us about her autism awareness walk and other programs that she has planned for March and April. Do watch to the end of the video to learn more. Welcome back to the Shabna Show. I'm here with Angelina Beshpatty.
Yeah, correct.
And this is at Cornelia Ida. She owns a special school called Samier Uniquely Me. And she's going to tell us more about the amazing work she's been doing here and how she got started with this.
Thank you, and thank you for taking the time to seek us out and to put us in your busy schedule and the work that you're doing, which is amazing and commendable, especially with your recent advocacy that you did for families. So Samir Uniquely Me was formed when in 2018, after Samir had outgrown the facility that he was with, and I was one of the founding member of a nonprofit organization that was called Step by Step.
Okay.
I was the lead tutor in that school for almost 7 years, from the beginning to the almost to the very end of it. And so during that period of time, Samir had attended therapy, school-based program at that school for children with autism. And throughout that period of time, I had taken the opportunity to learn more about autism and to develop myself so that I could help my son in every area that I see, because I never wanted, even though he had a diagnosis, a label, I still believe, and I still strongly believe this, that each child should be given the opportunity to reach their full potential.
Definitely.
There's so many mothers that is left with a child because the spouse cannot cope. I personally have experienced that. It's heartbreaking, and when the mom is left alone to struggle with a child and to cope with all the other things that comes with it, and has to work. There's no other word than to say how devastated. You foresee college, or you foresee them, giving them everything you work hard for, and they inherit it.
Right.
And then comes a child, and then there's a diagnosis of autism. I try to be there for parents, and I am there. I always say, if you need me, just give me a call. Every parent that leave my screening room, I say, if you need me, if you need to talk, call. Support system is what we need for our parents as much as our children. And what we at Samier Uniquely Me pride ourselves is that we're not here only for that child. We're here for the family. Because autism is a label, it doesn't affect just that one child. It affects the entire family.
Yeah.
It affects extended families also. Like I used to take Samir everywhere I go because we had to use public transportation. I never had anyone to look. And when we moved to this side, when we moved to our own home, we were new. I didn't have anyone, and I didn't trust anyone to look at him because of how he was.
Right.
So I took him everywhere I go, and then I started to realize it's best that I take him so he could be more exposed.
Yes.
But then you would hear he go in the store, and he never was one to grab at things, but he always keep this song, make a noise, and or he get upset in a crowd, or he goes into a bus, and then he would try to reach for people. You go into a store, you'll hear, why he behaving like that? Why he making the song? I've heard persons, oh, so you the woman that have the retarded son.
Oh, no.
I have heard so much. So this is where we call a sensory area, where we will set up for the children. So when a child comes in the morning, they will go put away their shoes, and they will get that routine. Take off shoes, put away backpack, go grab an independent activity, come to their tables, and sit down and work on that And then when the children at 8 o'clock, they go into individual programs. So let's say they're coming in before 8 or that time, they settle down, and then the teacher will start working with them individually, working with them through the table. And then after they finish an activity, because of focus span and so on, they may need a break. So they either could ask for a toy that they work for and sit at the table, or they could come here. Area, they could grab a toy and play with that. They could come and take a lie down on the couch, and then you will see, different activity that is here for them to do, pretend play, and all those other activities that we would have for them. We always try to minimize the amount of things that we have, because so they don't get overwhelmed or overstimulated. Some of them could have a quiet area, or train is a big hit. They will break that up and fix it and have all the trains and play with that. And then they will go back. So there is a limited time. We have Miss Ariel, who is working with one of our kids.
Good job.
So he is working on sight words, and so he has come to a different level.
Two. Good job.
And that's called a token system. And when he gets a correct response, he earns a token, and then we will exchange a token, and he's working for iPad. As you can see, this child also who's sitting here is a noise cancellation headphone, and that's also dealing with behaviors, and he's able to sit and wait with its peers. And even that, my resource was limited, and so I went to the US under the supervision and under the professional guidance of our clinical psychologists, Dr. James Ellis and Dr. Kerry Davis. I am able to reach out to so many families, and I've seen families all over Guyana, in all the regions, and I've met with families and children and have been able to develop these children, to bring hope to parents, to encourage them, to talk to them, because I've experienced it and I can professionally help them also. So that's how the birth of Samier Uniquely Me started in 2018. If we share the knowledge more, we can help more children, and he will get social interaction also, and hence the addition to my house.
Okay.
So you see out there, this is addition to my house, because we would say, okay, we're going to work with more kids. I'm going to help more children. We're going to, bring more this knowledge that I have. And so Samier Uniquely Me we start opening our doors to the people on the West Coast and Region 3. And we change it to a non-profit organization because parents can't afford.
All right.
And we have to pay tutors. We have to, train them. And so small group, then you have to have teachers. There is expenses.
Right.
And so our biggest support for Samier Uniquely Me comes from parents. So parents pay a fee, a donation. They make a donation towards that, and that in itself support the kids who can't or subsidize other children fees. So that's how it really works. Our goal for each child is for them to be not to stay here forever, but to be inclusive in classroom, to regular classroom, to transition them to regular schools. Samier Uniquely Me want to continue doing our work that we're doing, and we always have advocacy program in April and throughout the year. But this year we're just boosting up our autism awareness, and we starting in March, and we're having usually have 2 walks, but this time we want to reach out to more areas. But this year we're going to do more outreach programs where we go and talk about autism and stuff like that in different areas. So we're going to have one autism awareness walk in Georgetown on the 6th of April, and then we're gonna have outreach program in Barbies and stuff. We'll be publishing those in our Samier Uniquely Me Facebook pages. We will be hosting a registered workshop for speech and language So we have our clinical psychologist, Dr. Kerry Davis from Boston, Massachusetts, who will be here in April. So 650, 64, 94. And then we have 648, 2706. And not just check Samier Uniquely Me. We have a website and we have a Facebook page.
Yeah, I must say you've shared so much information. You have a wealth of knowledge regarding this topic, and not just autism, but any other neurological issues and all of that. And I just hope that parents can make use of this opportunity to come in and speak with you. I'm happy that you got parents to bring their kids here to be part of this program.
Yes.
And that they're developing. You're doing an amazing job, and
Yeah.
I can tell from the way your son
Has developed.
Yes.
There's not enough services for children with invisible disability. And it's all centered, I must say, either in Region 4 and Region 3. And then, well, some in Region 3, but we need to reach all the regions in Guyana. That's, I have gone through my own independently. And believe me, it wasn't easy because I had two other children. My kids were bullied. So siblings are being bullied. My older daughter who is more close to my son in age gap. She was bullied. So to educate children, and I think that's where we need to start. We need to start with our kids to change their perspective of special needs children who are different.
And did it change?
Well, wrong. Yes, it changed tremendously because I did not only through words. I call out a few kids and I have them do an activity and show them. They had a ball of paper and I said each one of them give me a clean, neat paper and I said squish it as hard as you can and then I to open it and then you roll it into these fine balls. I open it, try to smooth it out, and in the meantime I was talking about autism and what it do to children and stuff like that, and then I attempt to smooth it out and they tried and I said hold it up and then I said is it as it was before, and they said no. And I said, what do you see? And they said, they see wrinkles and whatever they describe it as. And I said, that's how word is. That's how powerful words are. So she is doing a basic receptive program with him. And you can see also with his hand sticking in his ears is sensory noise. So he is not quite verbal, but he does has language, but selective in using it. So what she is doing there is trying to him to get him to use his words, and also because he would grab stuff and so that she's working on another behavior, dealing with behavior at the same time, for him to have quiet hands. And you see how he stims, so that's called stimming. The sanitizing must be done. In the morning, the child come in, sanitizing through the day, and the lunch packs, they put it, they take it away. And we don't have stop a child because they're not toilet independent. We work on life skills also. So I am a commissioner on the National Commission for Disability. And of course, we are registered with the commission. Our school is registered there.
Thanks again.
Thank you for coming to visit us and for spending your time. I'm very happy to meet you, and
Same here.
and I hope we continue, and I hope to see you in our autism awareness walk.
Oh, I hope so. We'll stay in touch.
Yes, definitely.
Yes. Thank you so much for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed the program and you learned something from it. Thanks for all your support as usual. Do remember to like, share, and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and I'll see you in my next video.